What's up, everybody? Back here at KFB, and we're on Depot Plus today. Just left Barstow with this thing. I don't think we're going to make it all the way to the where we're supposed to go, which is there's a work order here where we're going to be going. So we're on the it's the H-BARSDG, so it ends up going to San Diego out of Barstow. We've got some replacement power on here, as well as a bunch of hazmat, so we're going to be restricted. So we got some restrictions going down Main 1. BNSF 7133 or 7130 in the lead here. Currently going 38 miles per hour. And as I said, I pulled it out of the yard and then decided to start filming right here. We are live on Depot Plus right now. I hope you enjoy. I don't have enough throttle on. I want to try to take this picture. I already closed that. Let's see. Here we go. Miles an hour. I mean, we weren't doing too bad, so now we slowed down a bit because we were getting screenshots of this stuff. Well, we'll speed it up though. Now that we're paying attention, we didn't want to not be paying attention to what our train's doing while we didn't want to be changing speeds and all that. So now that I got what I need from that screenshot, we'll get back over to what we're trying to do here. Got stuff going on the other screen. The signal rules is up. We are looking at that. The operations center is what I just got information for this specific job. As far as bulletins, we have a Form A on Cajon between mile marker 34.6 and 34.7. It's crossover to Victorville. We had a 20 mile an hour speed restriction. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I keep doing that even though I have it open. So let me capture that here. We do want to make sure that we get this here. And yeah, so the replacement locomotives that we have two for the RCal 0141 out of Porphyry. So that would be we'd be dropping that off on the way to San Diego. And also two for San Bernardino on the YSBD 3021. As I said, I don't know that we're going to get that far today. We're literally going to get it to the point where it's just a downhill trip down the Cajon Pass from the Martinez sub. Not the sub, turnout. We have an advanced approach here. It's diverging. We can't exceed 50, and we have to enter the diverging route at that prescribed speed, which is 50. So 78. We're at 78.19. We're at 7130 is our number, cab number. Chugging along 32 and a half. Cannot exceed 50. We have a hazmat on board. Gonna go look at that. Suppose I can turn these off. We don't really need those tags on. Those are disabled. Those engines they're actually turned off. But we got a bunch of hazmat on here. 21 hazmat cars and 2 DPUs. We have 4 power units on the lead end that are active and doing the work. Workhorses. 2 helpers in the rear. Remote control helpers. All the cars are loaded. So if we look, the length is just shy of 6,000 feet overall with 10,000 tons. 10,000 and 1/2. HPT is 2.6. So 78 loads. It says 7 empties, but I didn't see any empties when I was looking at them, so I don't know which ones are. And our goal today is to get it over to the where are we on the map? It is it's basically the Martinez siding is so we can park it there. The top of the cone pass. That is a 30-mile-an-hour turnout. Again, our Form A is from mile post 34 to 34.6, 34.7. So a real short thing. 34 is at the Victorville. So right as we come into East Victorville, 34.6 to 34.7. Speed restriction 25. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Coming up on Hodge, as you can see now. And there's a detector at, let's see, 37, so 34 is literally at the crossover. Take a look again. 25 for freight and passenger. 34.6, 34.7, 34.4 is the CP. Looks like we are switching tracks here. Now we're on the CP. We're actually on the DS map for the cone pass. So this right here would be where we need to slow down, somewhere right here at CP Frost, I believe. We'll look. Keep an eye out for the mile markers as we get closer. Yeah, we are in no rush as it's about an hour long, hour and a half, hour and 50. It depends. Our speed right now at 32 miles an hour. We're gonna take a little bit of time to get there. of a screenshot here. Not 7 for a minute. I always go back and check my brakes. See, we're pushing a little bit on the rear end and pulling a little bit on the front end. So that's what the yellow is pulling, and the green is pushing. It'll turn blue as it gets dangerous, or red as it gets dangerous on the pulling side. Pretty much just trucking along and managing our train. Not 6. They'll get real sensitive. Crossing coming up 17, so Indian Trails Road. Probably didn't need to. At the crossing, we'll do our thing. We'll watch it drive by. Crossing 17.3, and quite a few miles before we have to worry about anything else. There's a crossing right there. Get up there. So we'll do the crossing here. We'll go stand over by partner here. There we go, now we'll watch the drive-by. All right, there it goes. Let's see, we got anybody, got nobody coming up on us. Currently have a red in Victorville. That's going to be quite a ways away. Oro Grande is at 29 and we just are at 18. That's before Victorville, so. Or East Victorville. East Victorville is where we have to, yeah, 30. East Victorville is where we had to worry about our, the bulletin, the Form A 34.6. But it's only a 1/10 of a mile. Starting to go downhill, so we're going to reduce our power. Just keep slowly coming down. We're going to go up here in a minute, so. Close enough to our maximum speed limit that we can pretty much remove all the power. Just coast down and keep an eye on our speed. We don't want to lose too much, but we also don't want to go any faster, really. At this point in time, so we're going to start slowing down here, but at this point in time, if I needed to use dynamic brakes, I've been off the gas for 10 seconds, so I could do that if I needed to. Clear signal here at this intermediate. This will be Hellendale. DPU error, but that's okay. We'll wait till it get around the mountain there. We'll go to the notch. I was trying to go to notch 1, but we went with 2. See that the DPU hadn't answered, but it just did. So now we're going uphill again. Start cranking it up slowly. We're looking good on our couplers and brakes. Work our way back into notch 6. Climbing 0.5%. We're at 22.1 there. Alright, we got the next crossing is going to be 26. Just missed that. Nearly went into emergency after missing that alert. Nope, just going to 7. Come on, rail driver. See, the rail driver is so sensitive. Car's gonna be bouncing around back there now. Trying to get to the brakes. .38. Gotta pay attention to what the mile marker here is. I think it's might be 26.01. We're over 40, so we'll start the whistle when at the whistle port. Look at signal for a mile marker. .1. So that's Bryman Road, North Bryman Road, and South Bryman Road coming up. We have a detector 28.2 coming up as well. We are going uphill a little bit, 0.3%, so leave the throttle at 0.6 for now. Just keep an eye on it. South Bryman. Coming into Oro Grande, we are permitted full speed through Oro Grande. Until we get to the other side of it, then we got to slow down to 35. We'll have a crossing First Street, and right after it's going to be, I mean, it says 35, and then I don't know, there is no, let's see, resume. So 35, and then going down to 25. Here's our detector.
DNFF detector, milepost 28.2, main 1, temperature 80 degrees.
Crossing isn't listed on the map, but it's there. Right. So, got up here, we got to clear out east Oro Grande. 50-mile-an-hour crossover. We're not crossing over. We have a clear. And from there, 29.4. We have to have slowed down by about 31, so 2 miles to slow down to 35. We got 5 miles to go. start that process now. At the limit marker, we'll have another 2 miles to slow down to our 25 Form A restriction. Oro Grande, here we go. We're at coming up on our 31 mile marker. We're already at 30 miles an hour, so we're below the speed restriction that's coming up at the end of Oro Grande and almost down to our Form A speed. So let's give it a little bit more notch. So we come back up to closer to the speed limit. We don't want to slow down too much. On the dot. Comes our 1 mile warning for speed reduction, temporary speed reduction right here. You can tell because they're angled. So freight is us at 35, passenger 45. That's just your normal temporary speed reduction signs. And then of course we have the bulletin, the Form A, that will tell us we have gotten before we departed that says we have a restriction coming up too. So 1 mile till we have to be at 35. We're already below that. We're at 29. We are climbing, so I'm going to go ahead and give it another notch to kind of stay around the 30 mile an hour mark. Intermediate signals after the speed reduction. And that will be a 2 mile to the control point, East Victorville, that we need to be at our 25. So we'll monitor our situation here. We're still under the 35 maximum speed limit for this portion. It's reduced to notch 5. Like a spoiler up here. we should get our signs coming up here shortly. Restriction. Right here. Nope, that's not it. Maybe they're not listed here, just on the map. We're making our way down now to 25 anyways. As we climb at a 0.7% grade. 2 miles ago to be at 25 for a tenth of a mile. Oh, they're right at the signs are right here at the signals, the intermediate signals. It's not what it shows on the map, but it's okay. So we got to be at 35. Here we are. We're almost at 25, which is even better. Back notch 6 just to see if we can keep it at 25. We are starting to come down in elevation a little bit, so we're speeding up. So I'm going to go back to notch 5. Basically, the next signal is the control point. It's before the signal, though, that we want to be at 25. So we are right now. It's right before the signal. So we're going to start at 34.7. We're already at 25. So as long as we keep it here, we're looking good. 25.2 is 25. So we're under Form A right now, so we'll just we'll hold it here. We're not quite under Form A, but coming up on it. Maybe a mile marker. Expecting 33 here shortly. Probably right at that corner, just after it. Pretty level here. We are at 25. Let me see if I can hold it at notch 4 and see what it does. 25 on the dot. We are speeding up a little bit, so do want to keep an eye on that. So we'll just cycle between notch 4 and notch 3 if you'll let us. Of course, I just got a DPU error, so let's see what that does to the couplers. Form A could be right here. I don't know. We are yeah, that's probably it. probably the bridge. There's 25 miles an hour. We can do a timer from the signal here to make sure that we're clear of that Form A area, the whole train. Going down pretty dramatically, so in a notch 1, even 0. Starting to slow down now, so again we're trying to not only observe the Form A, but we are under a 35 besides that anyways, until we get up here to Victorville and past the Amtrak station. Then we'll be up to a 45. See, what else does it say? Yeah, it's something about a speed restriction, 25, 25. Just looking at all the information here and see if there's anything to worry about. Doesn't look like we have too much more to worry about. $800 feet to go before we're clear of the Form A. By like a lot. There we go. We're now clear of it. We can get back up to 35. Soon we can go up to 45 as we go over the CP Frost and the crossover. We're allowed, after all the industries are going to pass on our right, we'll be able to get up to 50 as we start our climb into Cajon through Hesperia. Here's the Victorville VVC. This little yard. Still waiting for it. Still under 35 mile an hour speed limit restriction until we right around these locomotives up here. Got a set of signals followed. Let's see, a detector and CP frost coming up. .45. Once the train crosses that, then we'll be permitted to get up to 45.
DNFF detector, milepost 37.7, main 1, temperature 80 degrees.
That's me. Almost to the point where you can start going faster. We are starting to climb though, so it's getting a notch 7. We are speeding up anyways, but at 800 feet or so, should click over before we even get that far. But okay, so we're at 45 now, so we've already crossed it. So now we can go 45, and we are on top of the detector as well. We're going to climb here just a little bit, and then we should level out. I think there's a big dip before we get down into, like, as we go through Hesperia, there's like a big dip. We're going to hit our 50 up here pretty soon anyway, so I don't think we're in danger of hitting 45, which is our max, until we pass the industries after Thorn. We're looking at the Depot map. The Cajon sub, if you're interested in following along, we're on page 4 right now. Just past CP Frost, and now we're in the crossover, the over-under crossover. We're now on Main 2, and we got to make sure that we get crossed over to Main 1. Right now you see at Lugo, we have a red light, and we want to hit that crossover so we can get into Martinez. We do have a train coming at us, so. We are in notch 8, so we're full speed ahead. Putting along at 26. Pulling up this grade back here to do the flyover bridge that we just went over. There's industries that are to the left, or correction, the right side that I was talking about. It's Goodyear Tire and then AFG. This is the Thorn intermediate signal up here. Or actually it's a CP. CP Thorn? I think it is. It's listed on the map. It's 40.1. 40.3 is the signal we're at, so yeah, I think it's a CP, even though there's no crossover, but I'm seeing number plates on it, so maybe it's just a marker, not a control point. These are intermediate signals, but it is Thorn. See right there. About 20 minutes away, I would say, from our 25 minutes from here to the signal at Martinez where we're going to be stopping. Let's see, I'm going to call it 20. 3:38 right now on Friday, so 20 minutes would put us at 2 minutes till 4, so we'll see where we end up at. Especially at this speed. Notch 8 full speed, it might take a little longer. But mileage wise, we're roughly roughly 40, 41 in the mile marker. And we're going to be stopping at 52 something. Starts at 52. It's many miles, so it's like 52. Let's call it 55. So 55. So from 42 to 55, it's 9 miles. I'm sorry, it's 50. 42 or 41 to 55. It's like 14 miles at 22 miles an hour. I don't know, it's math. All I know is we're going this way, straight ahead, as fast as we possibly can in Nache. So I'm gonna stick with my 20 minutes, even though it might take longer. Yeah, we're permitted to go up to 50 miles an hour. Right here, you see the signs coming up. Once the rear of the train passes that, we can go as fast as we can go. We're only limited by 50 miles an hour is typical freight track speed here. But we are going up, and we're at 10,000 pounds, so 6,000 feet to the rear of the train crosses that. We're going to give her, we do have to keep an eye again on the Lugo. Make sure that we cross over or stop there. But the dispatch already knows we want to go there, so we'll need to stop at this signal if he doesn't have us crossing over here, because otherwise we're going to miss, and we got to drive it down the hill. I don't have the time for that. So logo, I have, looking at the map, the DepotServer.com, we'll have some industry coming up on the left here. About a mile and a quarter of industry lead. And then we'll hit an intermediate 45.1. 47.1 will be the second one, so 2 miles later. And Lugo's at 49. So we have another detector basically 4 miles from the first set of intermediate signals that we come on. We've got 4 miles to make sure that we are going to cross over at Lugo, or we are going to stop at Lugo. Then from there, we're looking at about 6 miles till the signal that we are going to stop. We'll be out of time. We would have hit our max on operational time. Overtime is not authorized today. Nor is FRA driving operation time. We'll max out. Let's look at our couplers. We haven't looked at them in a while. Pushing pretty good on the rear. Could fence it off and back off a bit. I think we're okay for now. We're pulling pretty good on the front end, but you know, what are you gonna do?
DNFF detector, milepost 42.6, main 2, temperature 79 degrees.
See, so he did end us there, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel our route, and then I want to double click here and say, you know, hey, I need to go there, bro. He wants me to call him to the next control point because we're a little too far away, so we'll have to deal with that. And he'll say there's no available siding, so siding available. Signal indication. So now he's going to get me into Martinez. That's all I wanted. Now we don't have to slow down. We'll just have to pay attention and get into Martinez. So siding available. Proceed next signal indication BNSF 7130 westbound. Thank you, sir. Just making sure that we still have our route. We do. Pulling pretty hard on those couplers. The train's bending in the middle, you know. Some of the cars towards the middle of the rear, that last third, they're on the flat, I guess, and we're going up. Yeah, we're starting to climb, so these couplers are straining a bit. But not that, I mean, it's not that bad. It's under 200 now. So on our way to Martinez siding. We got the Industries coming up here on the left. So it'll be Hesperia turnout. That's actually what this track here to my left is, the Hesperia turnout. 45.1 is what this is, and so now the countdown starts. We got a ways to go. We ain't gonna make it in that 20 minutes, by the way. It's been 10 minutes since I said it would take 20 minutes. I feel like we're 30 miles an hour, going to be a little bit longer than 10 more minutes to go 45 to 55, so 10 miles. We got 10 miles left. But we'll see. I think once we hit that own grade, we're going to slow down even more. But see if we can get some speed up by then. We can go 50. We can do the cutout at 40 off in the Martinez. But we're only at 30, so. And I think it's going to slow down, especially at 10,000 pounds or 10,000 tons. Grade right now is 1.1% climb. Oh, that's the bridge shadow. Thought it was a crossing. 5.3, we got it clear. Next intermediate's 47.3, 2 miles to go. See, we slowed down to 27. What we're at before? 33 or something like that? I don't remember. We can't go any faster though. I mean, we're maxed out. We're notched 8. We're dropping the hammer right now. And we're slowing down barely. Losing about a mile per minute. See that right here. Trying to get doing the same thing I was doing, probably. It's going to LA. So we're still in good shape. We do have gonna have a meet up here at Martinez. But first we've got to cross over at Lugo. Lugo's now another little bit ahead of us. Let's see, we have no further crossings that I can see. We had an approach, now we have a advanced approach, diverging. Oh, slow down to 50, no problem there. That was 2 miles, by the way, green signal. Take a look at the couplers. Everything's looking pretty good right now. Mile an hour, we're limited to 50 regardless, but we can't get there. We're at 26. Can't even get close. That's okay. Hazmat is going to prevent us from getting any faster. Let's make sure we're still good. We're good. Here the compressors send air back there for some reason. They're definitely going. Let's get some Earl on our wheels right now, some Earler. Climbing at 1.1% grade.
ENFF detector, milepost 48.3, main 2, temperature 79 degrees.
There's a detector on the other side as well of Lugo. So that one is 4 miles ahead. So that's 48.3, the next one is 52.5. We'll be on main 1 at that one. Currently on main 2, getting ready to cross over right up here at Lugo. Diverging approach medium here. Speed is 40 miles for trains and PTC full. Enforcement mode, we are not there. We are you can proceed on the diverging route not to exceed prescribed speed through that turnout, which is 50. Prepare to pass the next at 35. Next one is 40 though, so Martinez is a 40 mile an hour turnout. We're not even close to either one of those speeds. Here's Lugo. Here we go. We're going to cross over right now. 49.7. We've crossed our 20-minute mark that we had set for ourselves. It is now about 30 seconds to 4 p.m. And we have 6 more miles to go. I know that up there in the corner it says 15:55, but it would have said a different time earlier. It's the server time. I'm looking at 4 o'clock right here. My GPS enabled clocks on my phones, my computer, and so forth. So we are permitted up to 50 miles an hour, by the way, and we are starting to climb in speed. We are climbing the grade as well as 1.5. We're getting a little bit faster. Let's check our couplers are doing fine. The train is leveled out. Got a mild pull on the front end here and a mild push on the rear. So I like it. Up to 50. That's what we're, until we hit that Martinez turnout. 40, according to signal, is 35, but 40 is what's permitted on the actual turnout itself. And DPU error, not making any changes. And now the DPU is back talking again. The mountains block the radio signal. The train's, you know, a mile and a half long, so we're almost there. Next detector is 48.3, and from there we have 4 miles to the Martinez crossover. I'm sorry, 52.5, and that is where the Martinez turnout is. So that is, when we see the detector, that'll be the, I mean, it's going to be a control point anyways, so we're going to see the signals. Kind of see coming up here. Look around the corner, we don't see anything here. I don't think it's it should be like right around this corner. It's an overhead signal. So we can keep an eye. Yeah, it's got to be right around the corner over there. As we come around that corner, it should be like right over there somewhere. Let's shift back in our seat. When I do go to stop and I come off the throttle, we should actually decelerate rather quickly. .6 on the grade right now. 20 miles an hour, so. Come on, when I come off the notches, I'll just quick. There's a signal right there. I thought it was an overhead. Oh, it is. It's right after it. Or coming down it is, but going in it isn't. Alright, so That's our signal there, and then we're going to go up on this track here, and once we get to the end of it, we're going to stop. But go hang out with the workers here. Maybe go hang out with them again. Keep pushing the wrong button, though, on the rail driver. There's our whole train. Like we're going to miss it. That's where we wanted. All right, so we see that we have our diverging approach. 20 miles an hour right now. 30 is our maximum. It's starting to push pretty hard too. Back in our... Well, I guess that's not bad. I was looking at the green was starting to get really dark. Yeah, maybe it's just the way that it looks on this. Alright, it's just released us. 7130. Thanks for the assist and the sighting. DNSF 7130 out. I'm going to do a countdown distance counter. Do it from there, but you know, we got a long ways to go. It's a very long siding. It's like 14,000 feet. We're only 6. So once the rear of the train comes up, we still have a long time to go. The new member of Depot Plus you see that's in the chat has just joined, so join the Depot at the depotserver.com for free. And if you like to join the Depot Plus, read the forums and the Discord, and you'll have to join. And you will go through a check ride process that will make sure that you can come on here and not break the trains. Rather intense check ride. You just this is more real railroading simulation here than what I normally do on the MateoServer.com. Even though we treat it the same, we do everything as realistic as we can. More information at thedepotserver.com. Now, if you want to join me on the Mateo community server, not necessarily join me personally, but join us. I don't really multiplayer with a lot of people because of the time frame that I play. There's a Discord information down below for the Mateo community server. Mateo MTCS, Mateo 2 community server. We also have a High Green Run 8 server that's attached to the same people, which will be down in the southeast. So southwest, southeast, we've got you covered. Information, join the Discord and look to see how you can go about joining us. We do have a skills check as well every second Saturday or first Saturday and third Saturday of the month, minus the Christmas. The week of Christmas, we will not be doing skills checks on that one on the Mateo Community Run 8 server, but come join us, see more information. Get to join Run 8 multiplayer. It's much more fun than single player. Just have to do your part. There's the rear of our train. We're going to get in the lead here and start slowing her down, or get ready to start slowing down for our parking job at the top of the hill here. And there's our meet right there. They should start going because on the brakes. Should have just gotten the green light to head down. If we look here, we'll see. No, they haven't. My light signal just went red, so they. Yep. Now they're going to get their green. They're going to start headed the way we just came. Got a little bit of length left here to go. 10 minutes over my 20-minute marker, which wasn't that big of a deal to begin with, but stuff takes forever, so you got to give yourself plenty of time. But as we go up here, we're going to hook to the left here, and as we hook back to the right, we'll have our signal in front of us. The sighting here is 14,625 feet. We're only 6,000 of that, so. So as the distance counter ticked in, it was we're about, or when it beeped at the end of the train came in, we're about 8,000 mark, 14,000.
Milepost 5.2.5.
That's that other train going down that intermodal that we just met. I'm gonna come out of notch 7. Let's go into, or out of notch 8 into 7. Now into 6. Rate is 0 here, but not so much for the cars behind us. Plus we'll might lose communications with the DPU here shortly. Right there, we lost it. And it just gained it back. This corner, so here we go. Let's put a few pounds of air on. Get most of the train up here and start slowing her down. Stretch it out a bit. And let's put some handbrakes on here. That should be good right there. So let's, I think we already got a picture. Got a screenshot from where we started. Let's get one from where we ended. Get the better if we get that one. For this to go away. because that one has a mouse in it. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed Depot Plus monthly ride. Leave the lights going and take it out of gear before we relinquish the train. And wait for the van to come pick us up. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.